You are welcome to today's episode of Formula for Everyday with the Formula Law.
Hi, I'm Lawrence Nkwocha, the Formula Law. Welcome to Formula for Everyday podcast. Yeah, it's really been a while and thank God we're back on air. So today we're going to have a very special topic, which is the business of graphic design. And with me on the show today, I've invited somebody very significant to my growing up in this industry. He's like a mentor to me. He's an Abuja-based graphic designer. He's into media and tech. He's a very creative and enthusiastic graphic designer. He's a design-driven entrepreneur with love for excellence, conceptual innovation, and a productive team collaboration. He has worked with startups, leading enterprises in crafting beautiful brands and visual content to meet users' needs and business goals. And this is no other person than my someone I consider a mentor. His name is Ben Opancho. So the next voice you're going to be hearing is the voice of Mr. Ben Opancho. Sir, thank you very much for being on the show today. Really appreciate having you on Formula for Everyday podcast.
Yeah, hello listeners. My name is Ben Opancho. I'm a graphic designer focused on brand communication and marketing designs. Okay, I presently lead I'm the lead creative of At Better Brand NG, a team of young graphics and web designers, also digital marketers, building brands with beautiful graphics and web design. So we help startups, medium and established brands scale up with beautiful designs. We create a great impression of businesses and we set up marketing strategies to help boost brands and businesses. Okay, the first question I'll be answering moving forward is how do I set up my design business? This data is not from a research, so don't get it wrong. But I believe from our word, 70% of graphic designers are actually freelancers. They freelance as a designer. And you need to understand that freelancing is also a business. Being a freelancer doesn't mean you're not in business. A freelancer is a business person. So how do I manage my graphic design business or my freelancing as a graphic designer? One, you need to approach what you do as a business. And how does a business work? A business have an account. A business take stock of expenses and income. So as a graphic designer, setting up your graphic design business, you need to first of all sit down, analyze what you do, and accept that yes, I am in business. Then you start treating it as a business. Okay, for the benefit of those who are just coming up as graphic designers, possibly you don't even have clients yet. So how am I supposed to set this up as a business when I don't even have clients yet? I'll just give a brief way where you can some brief points to help you set up clients as a graphic designer so you can have a control of your finance and understand the business part of design. One, you need to understand networking as a graphic designer. So whether you like it or not, everyone has a network. Whether I have friends or not, as far as you have a mobile phone, I have contacts, you have a network. So you have to leverage on your direct network, which are your contacts. So let's say I'm a startup graphic designer, no clients yet. What do I do first? I connect with my direct contact I have. You can chat someone or what's up, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do, I can do this for you. And there's something called the power of free job. Starting up as a graphic designer, you need to understand that free jobs will definitely come, but you have to be strategic when doing free jobs as a designer. You have to see what is ahead, not just the free work you're doing. You're doing this because you want recognition, you want to be out there. So So, and someone has to recommend you to somebody for you to do something for somebody. So there are ways to put our jobs out there. You have the power of free job, like I said. You have you can leverage on social media. Social media is there. You could make your designs, post on your social media pages. All these are actually just for startups anyway. For startup graphic designers. I mean, people who are just coming into the design industry.
You are still listening to Formula for Every Day with the Formula Law. Stay tuned.
Okay, I'll be talking about the business of design. First of all, we need to know what design is. Design is the art or profession of visual communication that combines images, words, and ideas to convey information to an audience, especially to produce a specific effect. So, in other words, graphic design is communication design. It's a way of conveying ideas through visuals and design. So whether graphics, web, what kind of design you will see there, it all boils down to conveying an idea or passing the message or beautifying something. So through images, through icons, through words. So that's what design is. So we're moving down to the business of design. What is the business of design? As we all know, design is actually a skill. Graphic design is actually a skill, just like every other design, just like every other skill rather. So a lot of people make this mistake of seeing graphic designing as just a skill and it ends there. So in every skill, there's actually a business part of every skill. There are some people who are doing the skill as a skill, and there's some people who are doing the business of that particular skill. So being a designer doesn't make you a business person somehow. So you need to understand the business part of what you're doing. So that's what we'll be discussing.
You are still listening to Formula for Every Day with the Formula Law. Stay tuned.
Okay, the question is how do I get clients as a designer? Let's say you're already a graphic designer. How do I get clients? There are different ways to get clients. One of the things that actually worked for me, a recommendation. So what do I do? When I get someone to work for, I make sure I go the extra mile, you understand? Someone said there are 3 responses to an artwork. There are 2 responses to a job rather, or there are 2 responses to a design. It's either yes, it's either no, or you get a wow, like wow, this is amazing. So I always aim for the wow. So when you beat someone's expectation of their job, definitely they will have to recommend you to someone else. So your approach to every client will determine the extent the person will go to recommend you. Some of the easiest ways to get clients are through recommendation, 2, leveraging on your network, the people around you. Who are the people around you? 3, posting your jobs on social media platforms so people can easily find you. 4, joining design communities. You collaborate with other designers. So make sure you have you among a community of designers, or what you do, photographer, graphic designer, web designer, whatever. You just have a community of people that do what you do. Those are ways to actually build expertise and also be easily reachable too. Now, setting up your graphic design business, what are the things I should know as a graphic designer? How do I set up my business running as a designer? I want to assume you're just yourself. You're just only you as a graphic designer. You're freelancing as a designer. One, you need to understand your income flow. You know that you're not getting paid like a federal government or state government staff. So your income doesn't have a direct flow. So this is where discipline comes in. You need to know that, okay, this thing is not coming in like this. Today it can be sweet. Tomorrow, people might even forget how I design. So you need to set up your finances. You need to be in charge of your finances.